Hey everybody, Tony Knott, San Francisco Bay Area and Wine Country Realtor. Today we're going to go over a market update for February 2025. And these are statistics from the preceding month, from January 2025. So these are brand new, beginning of the year stats for the city of San Francisco. And we're going to jump into District 5 as well, which is where I primarily specialize in the city. Okay, so let's jump into this market update. So the first thing we're going to look at here are stats for San Francisco, the city as a whole. Now, these are January statistics. They come out about 10 days after the end of the month. So that's why these updates come about the middle of the month. But as we go through the year, we'll see this section over here, this year-to-date section, begin to accumulate more stats. Right now they're just for January. So first of all, there's some really positive indicators for the beginning of the year for 2025. The first thing is new listings. Of course, inventory is always an issue in San Francisco, but we can see here we're up about 18%, a little over 18% the first month, as opposed to January of 2024. The next thing that's nice to see is the number of sold listings is up 34%. 122 as opposed to 91 of January last year. And the median sales price is a little bit down, almost 10% down. We're at $1,422,500 as opposed to $1,575,000 in January of 2024. And then if we look down a little further, days on the market here, days on the market, we're at 48 as opposed to 58 year over year. That's 17% less, which for days on the market, that's actually a good thing. And in my opinion, that's just because there's a lot of pent-up demand with buyers out there. I think buyers, for the most part, have accepted where interest rates have landed in those mid-6 range, and they're okay with that now. They've come to terms with that. So the next thing I want to point out is the condo activity. The condo activity here for San Francisco as a whole, again, fairly positive. The one thing I'll say about condos is it's a bit of a softer market, and that has been like that for a while now, for about a year. And if we're looking at new listings, we have 407. We're up 17% from last January 2024. Pending sales is up also 34%, and solds is up as well at 12%. And if we look further at the median sales price, we can see we're down about 10% here. Again, the market, it's a little softer, still strong, but again, like with single family residences, it's a little bit softer price-wise. We can also see days on the market here is higher than last year. It's up about 10%. So condos used to be on the market about 87 days. Now they're at 96. That just tells me, again, the market is a little bit softer for condos. Okay, so let's switch gears here. What I want to look at now are some specific updates for District 5. District 5 is basically the central district in San Francisco. It encompasses Haight Ashbury to the north here. This would be essentially the panhandle running right north of Haight Ashbury. We've got Buena Vista Park here, Ashbury Heights, Corona Heights, Noe Valley and Parnassus Heights, Clarendon Heights, Eureka Valley, Dolores Heights, Twin Peaks, Mission Dolores, Noe Valley, and Glen Park. This all makes up District 5. So let's look into some overall stats for District 5. Very, very similar to the beginning of 2024. So if we look here at number of new listings, it's almost exact, 32 as opposed to 33 last year for January. Pending sales, again, about the same, 17 and 16. The difference I see here is we've got 15 sales as opposed to 10 sales in January with almost the same amount of inventory. Again, this goes back to, I believe, just a demand, a pent-up demand on the buyer's side, where they're just tired of sitting on the sidelines, tired of waiting for interest rates to come down, and they're making their moves. The median sales price here is 2.6. It's down slightly from 2.725 last January, down about 4.6%. Days on the market has dropped slightly as well, from 58 to 50. And active listings, we're about the same, low 30s right now. And then if we look over at condos for District 5, again, very similar. Slightly more, 46 condos, new listings on the market this year. Pending sales, again, very similar, 23 as compared to 21 last January. Sold listings, also very similar, 14 compared to 13. We do see a drop here in the median price from $1,180,000 to $1,029,000. That's almost a 13% drop. Days on the market, slightly lower here in January 2025 than January 2024. And just to reiterate, that's probably just, some demand. And especially in these areas are very popular parts of the city, these particular neighborhoods. Okay, so now I want to give you a little bit more of a visual about District 5. It'd be a bit hard to do this for the entire city, to map the entire thing out. But for District 5, again, this is the central part of the city. You can see here, this is Golden Gate Park. You can't quite see the Panhandle. I'll zoom in there. But the Panhandle is really just north of District 5, where the cutoff is here. North of the Panhandle would be right here. And then you've got this whole area where the blue outline is, which is where District 5 is. At the very southern end, you've got Glen Park and Noe Valley. And in the middle, you've got Eureka Valley, Castro, Dolores Heights, Mission Dolores, and you've got Duboce Park, Duboce Triangle over here, Corona Heights, and Buena Vista Heights off to the western side. So what I want to point out here, again, these are statistics for January. The red are sold homes. These are what's sold. They're kind of interspersed. We haven't seen a lot in Glen Park. We've seen a lot here in the Mission Dolores area and Dolores Heights. Quite a lot here in the Castro area and near, if we zoom in a little bit further, we'll see this is sort of the upper market area. There's Clarendon Heights. Corona Heights is over here, hasn't had much, as well as Duboce Triangle right around in here, hasn't seen too much at the beginning of the year. So just to give an idea, let's look at what the highest sale was in January. $6,250,000. Belvedere Street is on the border of Haight, the Haight Ashbury cutoff in Full Valley. So to give you an idea what the high sale was here, let's take a look at this. This was a beautiful property. I did take a look. I did go through here when it was on the market. And completely just a stunning home. So this is an example of a high sale, $6,250,000 in District 5, to give you a sense of what's going on in the neighborhood. So look for these updates about the middle of every month. I'll bring you fresh news stats for the preceding month and year to date, active, pending, sold in San Francisco, and focusing primarily on District 5. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you'd like to know a specific neighborhood, very easy for me to put those statistics together for you as well. Feel free to reach out and I'm happy to send that out to you. Thanks for watching.